Hi. It is November 22nd, and I have no idea what I'm really going to talk about, but I made myself a promise that I'm going to record one of these every day. So, with a little over 20 minutes left in the day, I am putting down the last of the excuses to not record and sitting here and talking to you. He says before he sits there silently. I meditated on what I wanted to record about today quite a few times. I kept looking for some kind of an inner guidance to what I should be talking about. And I think that, in a sense, the reason I got no answer, well, no direct answer of what to talk about was that is a bit of a externalization. It's a projection on a lack idea for others. And that's really the last thing that I want to stand for or be, is project the idea that anyone is lacking anything. I believe that we are born perfect. We always have been enlightened. The trick is remembering it sometimes, giving ourselves permission to remember it. But I don't need to teach anyone anything. And even though my God's, I don't even like that term, but even though I keep getting this intuition, this pulling, this yearning to share my story, share my thoughts, I don't think it's that I have something that the world needs in order to be fixed. The world, much like me, is not a clock. It's not broken. There aren't any parts in need of repair. It just is. Completely dynamic. Constantly evolving. Ever expanding. Dynamic order within chaos. I got interrupted there. I have no idea if I'm really going to be able to stitch these two video files together, so we're going to see on that one. But it is what it is either way. So, if not, we'll just pretend that, well, we can't really pretend this is the first video at that point, with all that prefacing. So I guess I'm just going to continue to ramble on, because I need to get this out, and I need to keep talking. Though I have no idea what I was talking about now. And I'm basically just frustrated that I got interrupted. And why is that frustrating, really? I mean, it's just life. Like, in fact, what I was just talking about. It is just chaos. Random things happen. It's not really a big deal, is it? I mean, I wouldn't think it's a big deal. Some things are undesirable, maybe, if you have a preference, but ultimately you're the one defining that. So if you are in a bad mood, if you dislike something, you chose that. You could choose something else, or choose to focus on something else. Fix the problem right there. Case in point, I'm not really frustrated. Just shifted my focus back to speaking, opening up, as radically open as I can get. I've been feeling this urge to do this for a while now. If you look back on the channel, you'll see a couple older videos with different plans and ideas, and that's kind of the way of things for now. Is I'm still experimenting, playing with what my format is and what I'm really doing here. But I know I want to talk, so we'll just start with that and see where it goes. Yesterday I talked about meditation, which is really useful. There's not enough people out there that meditate, and I mean, you know that because stress is becoming one of the single most I like getting tongue-tied. How about you? Stress is the single most contributing factor to rise of a variety of health issues in the world today, as well as loss of wages from sick days at work and associated medical bills. So why aren't we taking a look at stress and meditation and the different things we can do to deal with that a little more honestly and clearly? Why do we avoid that as a culture, do you think? Is it much like the reason we avoid hard truths? We just would rather stick with the familiar regardless of the issues that it carries. I mean, is it really that hard to just stop and breathe for a few minutes? I mean, don't get me wrong, I understand, because anybody who has meditated knows that sometimes just stopping and breathing can result in a half hour or longer of tears out of nowhere as emotional release sweeps through you. So I can understand. But either way, if you got that much bottled up inside you, it really can't be healthy, can it? I mean, think about it like this, regardless of the physical health issues that could be causing. If you're walking around with a boatload of stress, how much energy is that sapping away from your ability to provide quality connection with the people you're in relationships with? How much efficiency does it take away from your capacity at work? How much does it reduce your own quality of life? I mean, those three areas right there should be enough to go, okay, well, maybe I could do 5 minutes a day. I mean, if you could watch me for 6 minutes now, plus however long the first video was, I really think you could handle 5 minutes. I mean, you could have been doing it this whole time while I just rambled on. It wouldn't be that hard. You just pay attention to your breathing. That's it. Just breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Simple. Feel the peace that settles through you. The tingles of energy that course throughout your body with each in-breath. The relief that washes over your body with each out-breath. It's beautiful. And so are you. So take some time to take care of yourself. I love you. Have a great day.